This is your weekly report on corruption in the Philippine government. Police arrested the chairperson of a village in Maguindanao del Sur in his residence in Sultan Kudarat on Thursday afternoon for illegal possession of firearms. The arrested official was identified as Noradin Utto Jr., 35, who resides in Barangay Poblacion, Lambayong, Sultan Kudarat despite serving as the chair of Barangay Panagtaba in Rajabuayan, Maguindanao del Sur. Utto maintains a residence in Lambayong while holding office in Rajabuayan. Captain Jason Cepeda, Municipal Police Chief of Lambayong, said Friday, armed with a court-issued arrest warrant. Police officers arrived at Utto's Lambayong residence at about 3 p.m. and apprehended him for violating Republic Act 105/91, the Comprehensive Law on Firearms and Ammunition. Utto did not resist the arrest, Cepeda said, adding that the court granted Utto a bail of 10,000 pesos for his temporary liberty, through his legal counsel. Governor Edsel Greco-Grex Lagman of this province announced on Friday, the 18th of October, that he has been issued a preventive suspension by the Office of the Ombudsman. Lagman did not detail the reason of the suspension in his official Facebook account. He instead informed the department heads and officers that Vice Governor Glenda Ong Bongeo will assume as acting governor at the soonest possible time. Good morning, dear department heads, assistant department heads, heads of officers. The event I was expecting has come to pass. I have received my preventive suspension order from the Ombudsman today. Therefore, VG Glenda has to assume as acting governor at the soonest possible time, Lagman said. Lagman assured that work in the provincial government will not be affected by the suspension. He was suspended months after self-proclaimed juteng, an illegal numbers game. Bagman former barangay captain Alwin Nemo of Barangay Inaslag, Deriga, Albay filed a graft case against him before the ombudsman for allegedly receiving payola, grease money, when he was still the vice governor. Nemo accused Lagman of receiving a total of 8 million pesos in bribes from illegal gambling operators. Lagman was elected vice governor in the 20th of May 22 elections and became governor in the 20th of December 22 by succession when the Commission on Election disqualified Governor Noel Rosal for election violations. A village councillor in Barangay Poblacion who was eyeing a town council seat in Datuhofa, Maguindanao del Sur was shot dead by unidentified gunmen along the national highway on Saturday night, police said on Sunday. Toto Gogo Kensa, 45, was killed on the spot due to multiple gunshot wounds in the head and body, according to Captain Alberto Pansoy, Datuhofa Municipal Police Chief. Kensa filed his certificate of candidacy for a seat at the municipal council under the Lakas CMD party early this month. Pansoy said Kensa was driving a motorbike with his wife on it from the town's market around 6 p.m. on Saturday. They were heading home when two men riding on separate motorbikes opened fire, hitting Kensa, who fell from his motorbike. His wife, Binohea, was unhurt. We are still unsure of the motive and the identities of the perpetrators, but we continue to investigate, Pansoy said. Colonel Roel Cerise, Maguindanao del Sur Police Director, has ordered the creation of a special investigation task group to speed up the investigation. The Sandigan Bayan has convicted former Maguindanao Governor Datu Sajid Islam Ampachan of graft and malversation of public funds involving 393 million pesos when he was governor in 2009. In a decision handed down last the 18th of October, the anti-graft court's 3rd division sentenced Ampachan to prison term ranging from 8 years and 1 month to 12 years for graft. He was also barred perpetually from holding public office. For malversation of public funds, Ampachan was meted out a jail term of reclusion perpetua, imprisonment ranging from 20 to 40 years, and ordered to pay a fine of 393 million pesos and restitute the government of the same amount with 6% interest annually until fully paid. Ampachan's co-accused, Danny Taki Caleb, then provincial auditor, was acquitted of both charges. The two other co-accused, John Estelito G. Delosa and Osmino M. Bandala, then provincial treasurer and former provincial account, respectively, remained at large. Ampachan and his co-accused were charged with graft for causing undue injury to the provincial government of Maguindanao in the release of 393 million pesos in funds for the supposed construction and or rehabilitation of various Farm 2 market roads. The prosecution said the projects were unimplemented despite the release of the funds. For malversation, they were accused of failure to account or return the 393 million pesos of funds despite demands. The dispositive portion of the decision written by Associate Justice Bernardito R. Fernandez and concurred in by Presiding Justice Amparo M. Cabotage Tang and Associate Justice Ronald B. Moreno states, wherefore, premises considered, judgment is rendered in the following manner. For criminal case number SB 20 CRM 0015, this court finds accused Datu Sajid Islamui Ampachuan guilty beyond reasonable doubt of violation of Section 3(e) of Republic Act No. 3019, otherwise known as the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, as amended. He is hereby sentenced to suffer an indeterminate penalty of imprisonment ranging from 8 years and 1 month, as minimum, to 12 years, as maximum. He shall likewise be perpetually disqualified to hold any public office. For criminal case number SB 20 CRM 0016, this court finds accused Datu Sajid Islamui Ampachuan guilty beyond reasonable doubt of the crime of malversation of public funds under Article 217 of the Revised Penal Code, as amended, and sentences him to suffer the penalty of reclusion perpetua and to pay a fine equivalent to 393 out of the office pesos, representing the value of the amount malversed, as restitution. Accused Ampachuan is further ordered to pay the same amount of 393 out of the office pesos to the government of the Republic of the Philippines, through the Bureau of Treasury, with interest of 6% per annum from the finality of this decision, until fully paid. He shall likewise be perpetually disqualified to hold any public office. The Commission on Audit found mismanagement in the water district of Dinas Town, Iloilo Province. A report said the government-owned Dinas Water District was found to have irregularity in its fiscal operations, zero enforcement of collecting overdue accounts that nearly amounted to 3 million pesos in 2021 and 2022. There was also a decrease in income under General Manager Edgar Lamara from 3.15 million pesos in 2021 to 3.08 million pesos in 2022, decrease of 71,303 pesos in income despite the increase in water concessionaires from 1,086 concessionaires in 2021 to 1,108 in 2022, decrease of 1.32 million pesos in assets from 11.33 million pesos in 2021 to 10.04 million pesos in 2022, and increase in DWD liabilities by 1.96 million pesos from 18.27 million pesos to 20.23 million pesos in 2022. The COA also found that DWD hadn't paid penalties for a loan from the local water utilities administration that amounted to almost 300,000 pesos in 2022. It said that DWD practiced granting of cash advances without specific legal purpose, sufficient documentation, and proper accounting that resulted in government funds have been exposed to risk of abuse or misuse. The DWD has a disallowance of more than 162,000 pesos, the COA said. The report was sent to key national government agencies and key offices of the Marcos administration. The Commission on Elections prevented 253 barangay officials from assuming their posts despite winning due to vote buying charges. COMELEC chairperson George Erwin Garcia said Tuesday that these village executives are among the approximately 1,000 barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan officials charged for buying votes in the previous election. The line of succession will be followed once village officials are stopped from assuming their positions. This is a lesson for all candidates. Don't underestimate the commission because we could stop your proclamation, Garcia said in a forum in Manila. According to the COMELEC chief, there was even a case where the entire roster of barangay officials who won the polls was not allowed to take office, that the town mayor had to appoint officers to oversee the village. Garcia, however, admitted that none of the approximately 1,000 barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan officials charged for vote buying have been convicted to date. He noted that, in fact, none were convicted over vote buying under his leadership at COMELEC and even during the previous administrations. It's very hard to convict over vote buying because we need evidence that will establish guilt beyond reasonable doubt, the COMELEC head explained. Garcia further lamented that most of the vote buying evidence are weak and incomplete and that the majority of petitioners withdrew their cases. He likewise noted that the Omnibus Election Code provides that vote sellers are just as liable to criminal offense in vote buying cases. But, Garcia pointed out, the poll body can exempt vote sellers from charges. Even if we give them vote sellers immunity, they still back out, Garcia regretted. That's all for this week. I'll see you next week with more stories of corruption and foolishness within the Philippine government.